What's up, YouTube? So, in this video, I'm going to be going over my final thoughts for the Dolphins Bears game. I'm going to start off with some coaching things. I think that Mike McDaniel, again, needs to learn some lessons about clock management. At the end of that second quarter was pretty rough, but his play call on offense was very good. Defensively, I thought that Josh Boyer actually did okay-ish. I know a lot of people hate on him, and there are some reasons to kind of blame him, but I think people are blaming him more than they should. So I'll get into some of the negatives with Josh Boyer first, and I'll kind of talk about the defense as a whole. We were running more man coverage than I think we should, especially, because Justin Fields was running all over us. And that's man coverage isn't your friend against these explosive quarterbacks. We've seen that against Lamar Jackson and Josh Allen and other running quarterbacks we face, even Zach Wilson. And that's because when you're running man coverage, or at least a good part of your defense has their back to the quarterback. Where when you're running zone, they're facing the play, they're facing the quarterback. So when a quarterback takes off and scrambles, everybody's looking in that direction and they can run to go make a play. So running a little bit more zone against these scrambling quarterbacks is typically good. But we did run some zone, and Justin Fields was still able to run on us even when we were running zone. And that's because we don't tackle efficiently and we don't read our keys efficiently, especially our linebackers. And at the end of the day, no matter what the play call is, you have to execute at some point. At this point, these NFL players should know how to tackle by now. And you shouldn't be learning to tackle at the NFL level. You shouldn't be learning to read your keys at the NFL level. You should already have the basics of those things down. I mean, sure, coaching can, make that strength more of a strength, but you should already have an idea of how to do those things. So, do I think he could improve on his play call? Yes, I do. Do I think he is necessary to blame for our defensive struggles? Not at all. He deserves some, but not even most. Most of it comes on execution. And a lot of it just comes down to just tackling efficiently, not getting out of your gaps. And the thing is, a big reason why we don't do a whole lot of zone coverage is because we can't generate much pass rush when we're just rushing 4 down linemen. Bradley Chubb, he looked okay. He had some decent pass rush moments, but didn't really make much of a splash. I think he will do better in the coming weeks. He's just going to have to get to know the defense and the language and stuff like that. He's still kind of getting his feet wet in this system. But we're going to have to start being able to win our one-on-one matchups when we're pass rushing. That's just the bottom line. I would like to see us mix in some zone blitzing schemes instead of always blitzing out of man. That is something I would like to see. But overall, one thing I did like to see is that the penalties were reduced a little bit from the Detroit game. I think it could be cleaned up a little bit more. But overall, I do think it was improved, which is nice. The refs did miss some things that should have been called on both sides. The refs were really bad this game. We really got away with a blatant pass interference at the end of the game that would have given the Bears a shot to tie or win. But we got the dub, so it is what it is. Our other new player, switching to offense, Jeff Wilson, had a fantastic game. I did a film session on him. Go check that out. And by the way, typically these final thought things, I kind of want to do live streams with him. But the reason why I'm not right now is because we currently have a hurricane coming. So I'm trying to record this ahead of time in case I lose power. So that's what this is. So I'm recording this Wednesday afternoon. I'm going to have this out Thursday just because I anticipate I'm probably going to lose power. So it just is what it is. But like I said, Jeff Wilson had a really good game. I did do a film session to go check him out. He had 9 carries, 51 rushing yards, and then he also had 3 catches, 21 yards, and a receiving touchdown. So he had a very good game. I've seen a lot of people that were saying that he should be the starter over Raheem Mostert. I think that's a little weird. I think it's more of a 1A, 1B situation that they both bring something different to the table. I think Jeff Wilson is more of a has a little bit more power to him. He's not super powerful, but he is 215. He's a little bigger. And Raheem Mostert is more of your sprinter. He's very bursty, very fast, very explosive. So I think different games, they're going to match up better. Raheem Mostert had 9 carries, 26 yards, and a rushing touchdown. So not a great game from him. I think if we keep both of them together around 25 to 30 carries per game, or at least touches, doesn't necessarily have to be carries. But if all together between the two of them, if they have around 25 to 30 touches a game, I think we'll be looking in a good spot with how our passing offense is. I think that'll mesh well with what our offense is doing. Tua had a fantastic game, 21 for 30, 302 yards and 3 touchdowns. Did have some missed throws at the end of the game, I won't lie. That was a little bit weird. The Durham Smythe thing was weird, but that wasn't all on him. That was also on Smythe for not looking at Tua in time. So that was a little bit weird. I want them to iron that out a little. Tyreek Hill, another crazy game from him. 7 catches, 143 yards, and a touchdown. Insane. Jalen Waddle, really good game too. 5 catches, 85 yards, and a touchdown. Jeff Wilson, I mentioned, also had a touchdown. Trent Sherfield and Cedric Wilson did their thing. Cedric Wilson finally got involved a little bit on offense, which was nice. And yeah. Oh, also when I was talking about defense, I forgot to mention Kader Kohou had 8 tackles, and he was our most sure tackler all game long. He was playing out of his mind again, and I absolutely love this dude. If we could re-sign him right now, I'd be down. But we gotta wait a little bit. And like I said, I thought the offensive play call was pretty decent. Jason Sanders, I don't know what the fuck is going on with him, but I don't trust him for nothing at this point. And I know a lot of people are mad at Mike McDaniel for not taking that field goal. But at this point, with the way the offense was moving, the way Jason Sanders missed that blatant fucking kick, and it was windy as shit, and the way and how bad our defense was playing, I don't hate the idea of putting the ball into his hands because he's succeeding and the defense and kicker are not. I don't hate that decision. We just got to execute. That's what that comes down to. I don't know if I love the play call. I would have probably tried something for Tyreek Hill, because typically when you're in a bind, you want to go to your best players. But, I think that could be improved. But overall, I didn't hate the decision. Is there anything else? Time of possession is something I would like to kind of work on. And that'll come with just us possibly trying to get the ball a little bit more to Mostert and Jeff Wilson. The fact that we don't run the ball a lot means that we score very, very quickly with these speedy-ass receivers. So our defense does get tired pretty quick, which is unfortunate, especially with the amount of injuries we've had, so we can't sub in as much as we would like. But, yeah. Offensive line wasn't great, but we were getting rid of the ball quickly, so it was fine. I do have a Robert Jones film session out by the time this video will come out, so go ahead and check that out. But yeah, anyway, I think that's going to do it for this video. If you liked it, appreciate hitting that like button. If you have any questions or comments in the comments down below, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you next time. Bye, guys.